Today we have to discuss about what is the nature of work. We have to discuss about the nature of work. So generally, the work done by the force is divided into three types. So let us discuss about the nature of work. We have to discuss about the nature of work. Nature of work we have to discuss now. See, work done by the force is basically three types. So one work is positive work, negative work and zero work. So let us see with some examples. Suppose let us take a body. This is a block or a body and the block mass is m. So m is the mass of the body. Suppose if you are lifting the body in a upward direction by the force F. If we lift a body of mass m to a height h, so we lift the body up to a height h. So now, when we are lifting the body in a upward direction, so the work done we have to calculate. But so when we lifting the body in upward direction, the weight of the body W is equal to mg is acting in a downward direction. So now let us write the formula. What is the work we have to calculate? First one, let us write what is the work done by the applied force. So with what force we are lifting? With force F we are lifting in a upward direction. So we lifted up to a height h1. So now let us write work done by the force F. Work done by the force F. So that is taken as W1 is equal to. So W1 is equal to, well, you know the formula. W1 is equal to F. Here displacement is H. F H cos theta. Here force and displacement are in same direction. Here what is the angle now? Theta is equal to 0. Theta is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. 0 degrees. So then work will be W is equal to F H cos 0. So we know that cos 0 value is how much? 1. So we know that F dot H. So here this work is positive work. Here this work is positive. So next one, let us see another work also we have to calculate now. So when we are lifting the body in a upward direction, so the gravitational force which is pulling down. So when we lift the body with a force F, at the same time the gravitational force pulling the body in a downward direction. So we need to move the object, nothing but a body in a upward direction against the gravitational force. So now we have to calculate work done by the gravitational force. Work done by the gravitational force. Force. So let us take W2. So W2 is equal to. So here F H cos theta. You know the formula. So here body displacement is in upward direction, but force is acting in a downward direction. Means those who are in a opposite direction. So that's why the angle between force and displacement is equal to 180. So then let us substitute W is equal to F H cos 180. So W is equal to cos 180 value how much? Minus 1. So that will be minus FH. So W is equal to FH. So here F value is equal to, here now upward force is equal to weight of the body, now applied force is equal to. So then W2 is equal to, we can write in place of F you can write mg into h. So here minus mgh, here the work is negative. Here minus sign now. So that's why the work is we consider as a negative work. Work is negative. So here this is the positive work and this is the negative work. So let us write what is the total amount of work done here. So W is equal to total work done on the body. W is equal to W1 plus W2. So W is equal to, what is the value of W1? FH. What is the W2 value? MGH. So W is equal to, let us take common H. So then what will be F minus mg. Okay, W is equal to F minus mg. So this will be the total amount of work done when we lift the body to a height h. Suppose when a body is at equilibrium position, so simply the value of force is balanced by the weight. F is equal to mg. Force. So then when a body is at equilibrium position, F is equal to mg. So now when the body is at nothing but a body is at rest, so the total work done on the body will be equal to 0. So here we have to remember, this is called as a positive work and this work is called as a negative work. So this is the expression for the total amount of work done on a body to lift a body to height h. Okay. So this is about the one example. This is one example. So let us see another example. Let us see another example. Let us see another example. Suppose example 2. Let us see example 2. Forward. Suppose a block is on a horizontal rough surface. This is a horizontal rough surface. So on the surface, on horizontal surface, there is a one block. So this is a block. So here the weight, the normal force is acting in a upward direction. So the weight of the body is acting in a downward direction. So when the body is in equilibrium position, so normal force is balanced by the weight, nothing but N is equal to mg. So now we are pulling the body in a forward direction by the force F. The pulling force is F. So because of that force, the body is displacing in a same direction of force. So let us see the displacement of a body. So here the surface is a rough surface and the frictional force between the body and the surface is F. Frictional force is acting in a backward direction, nothing but opposite direction to the applied force. So now let us calculate what is the total amount of work done on the block, and also we have to find out so what is the positive work, what is the negative work. We have to find that. So let us take first case. Here normal force is acting in a upward direction and the displacement is in horizontal direction. So this is the direction of displacement and this is the direction of normal force. So here the work done by the normal force is equal to 0, first one. So because both are in perpendicular node, so perpendicular node, the work done by the normal force is equal to 0. Normal force is 0 because so these two are in a perpendicular direction. So W1 is equal to, we know the formula, F dot S cos theta. Here this is the direction of displacement and this is the direction of normal force. Here what will be the theta? Theta is equal to 90. So W1 is equal to F dot S cos 90. So cos 90 value how much? 0. So work done by the normal force on a body is equal to 0. So because force is in this direction, so displacement is in direction, normal force is in direction. That's why the angle between these two is 90. That's why the work will be equal to 0. Next one, let us see second one. What is the work done by the pulling force on a body? So what is the work done by the pulling force on a body? So let us write W2 is equal, let us take this is a W2. Okay. Next, let us see another example of work or another application of work. Here, this is a block of mass m. Here, when it is placed in a horizontal surface and nothing but a rough horizontal surface. So, when the block is on a horizontal surface, so now the weight of the block is acting in a downward direction, and the horizontal surface at the same time it is pulling the block in a upward direction. The force is acting in a upward direction is called as a normal force. So when the block is in equilibrium position, normal force and weight are balanced. So that's why m is equal to mg. Now, so we want to move the block in a forward direction. So by applying a pulling force F, so F is a force which is moving the ball in a forward direction. So here, because of the force F, the displacement in a block is suppose S. S is the displacement. So block is moving in the same direction of force. Force and displacement are in same direction. Now let us calculate what is the total amount of work done on a body due to the different forces on a body, and what are the nature of work, what is the nature of work done by the force, different forces on a body. Suppose let us see first case. Let us calculate work done by the normal force. Let us calculate work done by the normal force. See, this is the displacement of a block and this is the angle between the normal force and displacement. So here the angle is 90. Angle is how much? 90. So first one we have to calculate work done by the normal force. Work done by the normal force you have to calculate. So here normal force and displacement are perpendicular direction. So here theta is equal to how much? 90. Theta is equal to 90. So we know that formula W is equal to force into this cos theta. So W1 is equal to F dot S cos theta is equal to how much? Cos 90. So cos 90 value how much? 0. So W F dot S into 0. So W1 is equal to how much? 0. So now this work is called zero work. No work is done here. So this work is called as zero work. So work done by the normal force is equal to 0 because block is moving in a horizontal direction, but normal force is acting in a vertical direction. So here what is the nature of work? Work is 0. So work done by the normal force is 0. Next, let us calculate what amount of work done by the pulling force on a body. So let us write W2 is equal to force into displacement into cos theta. Cos theta. So what is the angle between force and displacement? Force and displacement are in the same direction now. Theta is equal to how much? 0 degrees Celsius. So 0 degrees. So W is equal to F dot S cos 0 degrees. So W is equal to F dot S because cos 0 value is 1. So now this work is positive. This work is positive work. Nature of work is positive work. So W is equal to force into displacement. So here this work is positive. So next one, let us see what next third work. Let us see what is the work done by the frictional force on a body. What amount of work is done by the frictional force on a body. So now displacement is in one direction and frictional force is acting in a opposite direction. So then the angle between the displacement and the frictional force is 180. So here we have to take theta is equal to 180 degree. Here displacement is in this direction, so frictional force is acting in a backward direction. So W3 is equal to, we can write F dot S cos 180 degree. So cos 180 value we know that F dot S. So what is the work here? Work, nature of work is negative because we got a minus symbol. So here negative work, positive work, and work will be 0. Okay. So now let us calculate what is the total amount of work done on a body. So W is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. W is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. So now write W is equal to W1 value how much? 0. So W2 value is how much? F dot S. So W3 value is how much? Minus F dot S. Small f. So here F dot S minus Fs. So W is equal to, let us take common F minus F. So here total work done by the all forces on a body is equal to W is equal to minus W is equal to S into capital F minus small f, where capital F is a pulling force and small f is a frictional force. Okay, so this is the another example of work or another application of work, and also nature of work. Here 0 work, positive work, and this work is negative work. Okay, this is about the one example. Okay. So now let us see another application of work. Suppose let us take a pendulum. It is fixed to a, suppose a rigid support. It is fixed to a rigid support. So here this is the pendulum. This is the pendulum. So this is the bob. This is the bob of mass M. So mass of the bob is M. And the length of the pendulum is suppose L. L is the length of the pendulum. See the L. L is the length of the pendulum. So now this bob is displaced through an angle theta. So if the bob is displaced through an angular displacement theta. Suppose here this is the final position of the bob. So now the bob is at here. So here it displaced in angle of theta. So angle of theta. So the bob is displaced from here to here to a height h. So the bob is displaced by a horizontal force F. So here this is the initial position of let us consider a bob of length L. So that bob is displaced through an angle of theta, vertical displacement theta, by applying a horizontal force F. So because of that force, this is the final position of the bob, and the height of the bob, nothing but this is the height of the bob, this is the height of the bob, so this is h. So here from here to here the height is h, so the length of height of the remaining portion will be L minus h. Now the tension in the string is T, so which is acting above, and the weight of the bob W is equal to mg is acting, W is equal to mg, which is acting in down. So simply the weight and tension are balanced each other. So now we have to, so this is the length length of the bob is L. So now we have to calculate how much amount of work is done when we move a bob from equilibrium position to a height h by applying the force of F. We have to find. So before that, suppose this is A and this is B, and suppose this is C. A, B and C. So here from this diagram we can write cos theta is equal to, we can write cos theta is equal to how much will be L minus h by cos theta is equal to L minus h by L. L minus h by L. So here cos theta is equal to L by L minus h by L. L by L minus h by L. So here, so cos theta is equal to 1 minus h by L. Cos theta is equal to 1 minus h by L. So from that we can write h by L is equal to 1 minus cos theta. So you know 1 minus h by L is equal to 1 minus cos theta. So here now we want to calculate the work done by the gravitational force. We have to calculate work done by the gravitational force while filling a bomb. Gravitational force you have to calculate. Work done by the gravitational force you have to calculate. So we know that formula W is equal to mgh. But here we are moving the bob in a upward direction. Means we are doing the work against the gravitational force. So now the work will be W is equal to minus mg into h. So now from this we can write h is equal to L into 1 minus cos theta. From that h is equal to we can write L into 1 minus cos theta. So now Wg is equal to minus mg, h value how to substitute L into 1 minus cos theta. So this is the amount of work done by the gravitational force when we move a bob to an angular displacement theta. So this is the expression for work done by the gravitational force. And while we are moving the bob or when we are displacing a bob from equilibrium position to a height h, so work done by the gravitational force is W is equal to minus mgl into 1 minus cos theta. Now we have to write work done by the horizontal force. We have to write work done by the horizontal force. So here directly we can write work done by the horizontal force is equal to mgl into sin theta. This is the formula or this is the expression to write the work done by the horizontal force. So when we are lifting the bob in upward direction by applying the force F, we lift from the bob equilibrium position to a height h by an angular displacement theta. So we can write W is equal to mgl into sin theta. So this is the expression for the work done in case of a horizontal force. So this is the another example of work. Okay. So let us see another application of work. So now let us consider a horizontal table. So this is a horizontal table. So here this is an horizontal table. So a chain. So this is a chain of mass capital M is placed on a table. Placed on a table. Okay, this is a chain of mass capital M is placed. So let us take M is equal to mass of the chain. So M is the mass of the chain. Suppose let us take capital M is the mass of the chain. And the total length of the chain is suppose capital L. So L is equal to length of the chain. L is equal to length of the chain. So now, so 1 by nth part of chain is hanging from the one edge. So here, so total length of the chain is here. and 1 by nth part of chain. So 1 by nth part of chain is hanging from the one edge. So now we have to calculate how much amount of work is done by the pulling force to move the total chain onto the table. We have to calculate how much amount of work is done by the pulling force when we pull the total chain onto the table. Here we have to move this part into table. So how much of work is done by a pulling force you have to calculate. Okay. So now how much part is hanging from the one edge here to here. So how much part of length is hanging means 1 by nth part of its length. So here what is the total length of the chain? L, and the hanging part is how much? 1 by n. So now the length of hanging part will be n by n. So L by nth part is hanging. So the length of the hanging part will be L by n. So total length is L, and from that how much part is hanging? 1 by nth part. So L into 1 by n. So nothing but a L by n part of mass. L by nth length of the part of the chain is hanging from the edge. So now what will be the mass of the chain? Hanging part of chain means total mass is how much m, and the mass of the hanging part will be m by n. So m by n is the mass of the hanging part. So it is equal to, m by n is equal to mass of hanging part. So mass of hanging part. So length of hanging part is L by n. So now we have to calculate how much amount of work is done to bring the total hanging part of chain into the table. So now we have to consider this is the center of gravity point. Center of gravity point. Here for L by nth length, the centric gravity point will exist at the center. So here the distance, the length of the hanging part is to the center of mass is center of gravity point is L by 2n. L by 2 no, L by 2 by n. Here this is L by n. Half will become L by 2n. So here center of gravity point is this one. So now we have to calculate how much amount of work is done. We have to calculate how much amount of work is done by the pulling force to pull the chain onto the table. You have to calculate. So we know that formula W is equal to mgh. Here W is equal to what is the mass here? Total mass here. Here mass of this part, hanging part will be so capital M by n, and acceleration due to gravity is g. So here we have to consider the distance of center of gravity point from the hanging point. It will be L by 2n. So the total work done by the pulling force is mgl by 2n square. So this is the amount of work done by the gravitational force to pull the total chain onto the boat, onto the table, not a boat. So this is the expression for the total work done. Suppose next case 1 by nth one part of the chain is on the table. Suppose if n by 1th part of the chain is on the table, and 1 by n2th part of the chain is hanging. So next case 1 by n1th part of chain is hanging, and 1 by n2th part of chain is hanging, and 1 by n1 part of chain is on the table. So now in this case what will be the amount of work done to bring the total chain onto the table can be W is equal to mgl by 2 into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this is the total amount of work done when 1 by n1 part of chain is hanging from the 1 by n2 part of chain is hanging, and 1 by n1 part of chain is on the table. So this will be the work done. W is equal to mgl by 2 into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this is also another application of work. Okay. Right. Next, let us see another application of work. So the motion of a body on a inclined plane. Motion of a body on a inclined plane. Okay. Suppose let us consider next example. Next example we have to discuss. Let us take an inclined plane. So this is a inclined plane. So here inclined plane. Sorry. So here the angle of inclination is theta. Angle of inclination is theta. So now the length of the inclined plane is length. We have to take this length as a L. L is the length of the inclined plane. So L is equal to length of inclined plane. L is equal to length of inclined plane. So now on the surface of the block, on the horizontal surface on a surface of a block, so they on the surface of inclined plane there is a one block of mass m. This is the block of mass m. So this is a smooth inclined plane, not a rough surface. This is a smooth inclined plane. So now the mass of a block is m. Now the weight of the block is acting in a downward direction. So this is the weight of the block. W is equal to mg, weight of the block, and the normal force is acting in a upward direction. Here the weight is resolved into two components. One is mg cos theta, another one is mg sin theta. So weight is resolved into two components. One is mg sin theta, another one is mg cos theta. Here angle of inclination is theta. Now here when a block is at top, here suppose here the block is at here, so it is a smooth surface. So because of that the block slides down. So here why the block is sliding down means so the gravitational force is pulling the block towards the down. So because of the gravitational force the block is sliding down. So that means we have to calculate what amount of work is done by the gravitational force. How much amount of work is done by the gravitational force to bring the block to the bottom. So now we know that formula. W is equal to work is equal to W is equal to mgh. W is equal to mgh. Okay, mgh. Or W is equal to force into displacement. We know that formula. So now with what force it is coming down? So the force which is acting means the gravitational force pulling the body in a downward direction. So what amount of force is acting here means mg sin theta. So what is the force here? So which will be is equal to mg sin theta. So what will be the displacement? How much displacement is traveled? L. So what amount of work is done by the gravitational force? We have to write so work done by the gravitational force to pull the block down is W is equal to mg sin theta into L. So W is equal to mg sin theta into L. So this is a expression for work done by the gravitational force in case of a smooth inclined plane. So this is a smooth inclined plane. You have to remember that smooth inclined plane. Smooth inclined plane. So in case of smooth inclined plane, so here simply have to write work is equal to force into displacement. So here this is the force which is acting in a down gravity, which is this is caused to move down the block in downward direction, and L is the length. So then the work is equal to mg sin theta into L. In the same way, let us say this is the block which is moving down. Suppose when a block is moving, moving in upward direction, by the force F, by the force F. So now we have to calculate what amount of work is done by the applied force. Okay. So let us take this is a inclined plane. This is an inclined plane. So here this is angle of inclination is suppose theta. Here a block. This is a block which is on a inclined plane. So now same, the length is suppose L. Here normal force. So normal force, weight is acting in downward direction. So W is equal to mg. So weight is resolved in two components. F is equal to mg sin theta is one component, and mg cos theta which is acting in a one. So two components. Weight is resolved into two components. So now we have to move the block in a upward direction. We have to move this block in a upward direction. In this case, block is moving in a downward direction. So now to move the block in a upward direction, we need to apply some force. Here that force is called, we call it as a F. Means we apply a force F on this. So now this is the direction of force. Suppose this is the direction of force. So we apply the force here. Here force applied on the block is also resolved into two components. So one component is mg cos theta. So another component is mg sin theta. One component is mg sin theta. Another component is mg cos theta. So now we have to calculate how much amount of work is done. So not mg, sorry, this is F, no, F cos theta. So this is F sin theta. So F cos theta and F sin theta. So we have to calculate how much amount of work is done by the applied force to move the block towards a length L. So we have to calculate how much amount of work is done by the applied force to move a distance L on a inclined plane. We have to calculate. So now let us calculate what is the resultant force acting on a block. We have to calculate. Here F cos theta is acting in a upward direction and mg sin theta is acting in a downward direction. So now what will be the resultant force acting on this? Here these two will be balanced now. Normal force and mg are balanced. So now the resultant force on acting can be written as F cos theta minus mg sin theta. F cos theta minus mg sin theta. So this is the resultant force acting on a block. F cos theta minus mg sin theta. So we know that the work is equal to force into displacement. So W is equal to, so what is the force here? F cos theta minus mg sin theta into S. Here S is no displacement. So here displacement is L. So this is the work done by the applied force. W is equal to F cos theta minus mg sin theta. So this is the work done by the applied force to move a block from the bottom to top. So of length you have to calculate. So that will be F cos theta minus mg sin theta into L. Okay. So this is about motion of a body on a inclined plane. in rough surface. This is also a rough surface. Sorry. This is a smooth surface and it is also a smooth surface. Okay. Next we have to calculate the amount of work done when a block is moving on a rough horizontal surface. Okay. Let us see. Now let us see another example of work, nothing, motion of a block on a horizontal, sorry, on a rough inclined plane. Rough inclined plane. Okay, this is the next concept. So, rough inclined plane. Suppose, let us take, this is a, wait. This is a inclined plane. This is a rough inclined plane. So here the angle of inclination is suppose theta. So this is a rough inclined plane. This is a rough inclined plane. So now a block of mass m is placed on a rough inclined plane. So here normal force, this is the normal force. Simply you can write this is the mg weight. So here weight is resolved into two components. One is mg cos theta. So another one is mg sin theta. All these we know that mg cos theta and mg sin theta. So here when the block is sliding down, so this is the block, the block is sliding down. Here this is the direction of motion of a block. So when this is a rough surface now, that's why when a block is moving down, a frictional force is developed in between the block and a rough surface. So now let us write. Now let us consider the length of the block is suppose L. L is the length of the block we have to consider. So here mg sin theta is acting in downward direction, and because of roughness the force Fk is acting in a backward direction. So now let us write what is the resultant force acting on a block we have to write now. So now the total force on a block can be written as mg sin theta minus Fk. So this is the force which is acting, resultant force acting on a block, mg sin theta minus Fk. So we know that Fk is equal to mu into n from the definition of friction, where mu is the coefficient of kinetic friction, where n is the normal force. So here Fk is equal to, here what is the mu value now? Mu value is mu k, and normal force is equal to mg cos theta. Normal force is equal to mg cos theta. Now, so F is equal to mg sin theta minus, you can write mu k into mg cos theta. Mu k into mg cos theta. So F is equal to, we can take common mg into sin theta minus mu k into cos theta. Sin theta minus mu k into cos theta. So this is the resultant force acting on a block. But now we have to calculate what is the work done by the force on a block. We have to write work done by the gravitational. Because of the gravitational force only it is moving down. So we have to calculate the work now. So we know the formula W is equal to F dot S. So W is equal to, what is the F value here? Mg into sin theta minus mu k cos theta. Here displacement is L. So then we can write mg L into sin theta minus mu k cos theta. So this is the work done in case of a rough horizontal surface. when a block is moving on a rough horizontal surface. Okay, so this is about these are all the applications of work, very important concepts to solve the numericals. Thank you very much.